DJ Clever, Yellow Wolf, MWA, Brian Jones on the beat, bitch. Alright, DJ, come take the wheel, and I'll set this fucker off. Pull catfish up by the gills, that's how I would do your job. You don't want no problem here, not the line you want to cross. Take the rapper over here, and I feed them to the dogs. Just be cautious, look at you like now, cuz mad cause we got bitches licking lips and throwing bras up. Got no time to talk, cuz when I snap it's all good. If I cut you down, then best believe I'm throwing sawdust. All shucks, all fuck, I'm just playing, shut up. Fair warning, not too subtle. I lay dormant, but ooh, brother, got holy water like 2 puddles and landslide. The vampires are vandalized with cans of Krylon, damage and design. Sanitize the enterprise, the plan is amplified, plans are amputated by the need provided me, allowing me to openly show it's over, no promoter, locally and overseas. Would tell you different, I'm a time bomb. Tick, 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 I'm an icon. Slow American toast, the barbarian of the bar area, plus the dyed head blonde. Bitch over there got her hips in there and her tits on my way. I'm a dip in the pair, I'm a lick on the set, I'm a smash at attack in the back till she piss in the bed. Fist full of hair at your crib in a lawn chair, you got a visitor there. 3 shots to the clear, she dropped on her legs, yeah, and I let her kiss on her head. Hold my beer, don't hold my breath, hold my weight, show and flex. I'm so hard, diamonds envy rhyming. Look, I'm so cool, I got my own climate. Yeah, mountainous terrain to climb, no. You fucking with the hustle, need a rope. You want that vintage turquoise Navajo? I sling that shit from stage at every show. Brad Pitt, Matthew McConaughey, Hollywood meets Elvis Messi. Pull up in a beat up Honda, then I stole the drunk drive cause I like Chevys. Oh, here I go, no red carpet and no rope. Put me down there with my folk and let the slow come strike a pose. I write my flows like a fighter, these are punches being thrown to your nose. Ducking jab, leaving blood patterns on your clothes. I might be white Muhammad Ali, assalamu alaikum, here for the feast, but I couldn't be a Muslim, that can never be, cause I'm still pissing in a bear full of bees, like a chair for a bear. I'ma need a bigger seat to sit cross-leg, I swear I'm a cheat. Hey, I hoes all staring at me, but I'm on the cow, bury the beef. I clip your wings like there's no air beneath a parakeet. Give you some rings around your eyes like I said marry me. Get to the bottom of it like Titanic, very deep. Make you a model puppet like Jim Henson every week. Sesame Street, yes sir, Big Bird. Leave 'em black and yellow like I live in Pittsburgh. Shit turds with quick words, throw bricks of writ, this brick is yours. All my fans, they pump the fist, get lit and flick the bird. All my gems, they bump and kick and I just stick the words like a tube of super glue, dust for model aeroplanes. If the music chooses you, add the wheels and glue the wings. Then the paint, then the strings, then from the ceiling it will hang. Collect them all, don't let them fall into the critics come and frame. You're working pictures, then you switch up and you work on model trains, just to keep them in suspicion like a pro. That's why I changed. So to all the people who supported me throughout the game over the years, I hope you like watching me grow. Yeah, Michael Wayne. Yeah, ghetto cowboy, 5427 Hickory Park Drive, off Bell Road, Antioch, Tennessee, via Southside, Alabama, G.A.D, motherfucker! Trump Music 3.
Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen. Sunday night high country trucking series hitting the high banks of Michigan International Speedway. Hopefully gonna be able to get this whole truck race in here tonight. Cup race was rained out, postponed till tomorrow here at Michigan International Speedway. So hopefully these truck drivers can fit in all 85 of these laps around this just absolutely fast, dynamic track right now. Got about 12 and a half minutes left here in happy hour. As you see, the 111 of Tom Laneville up there, top of the board, followed by PJ Popham, Troy Radford, Cody Terry, and Chris Medford. That's your top 5 right now here in happy hour. And once again, like I said, thank you for joining us here on Next Gen Racing Productions for Next Gen Racing's High Country Trucking Series Season 3 on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Smash the bell, throw me a thumbs up. Much appreciated. Anyways, we're going to see if we can't get a ride along with a couple of our cars that are out there on track here tonight. Let's see if we can't jump on board with that fast truck, that 49 of Troy Radford. Looks like Troy's just now coming off of pit road. Going to get a couple of warm-up laps going here for him. See how he shakes out these next couple laps. Troy looks like he's making some mock qualifying runs, staying up near the top of the track, getting the momentum built up, cutting down across the start-finish line there, close to that grass. Got to be really, really careful not to get those left sides of that truck down there on the grass. It's going to get loose on you later on in the run, especially if you clip that grass. I'm not going to have a good day if that happens. Well, that camera changed on me. Wow. Can't really see anything but the wall right there. Should have adjusted that one. Sorry about that, folks. But couldn't get a good view of that concrete barrier and the safer barrier. So maybe scientists can get in there and see if there's any cracks or holes in the concrete that need to be fixed. Can't tell who that is right there with Troy. Looks like Troy's coming down on pit road. You gotta watch that. Looks like he's not actually gonna make it to pit road. Gonna stop a little short here. How about that? The 115 of Tom Laneville. Still up there on top of the charts with a 39.267. Barely beating out that 32 of PJ Popham. PJ, one of those cars that, well, trucks that's always fast. Only off by 0.007. So, I mean, faster than you can snap your fingers or blink an eye. That's the difference between those top two trucks. Troy Radford only 0.022 behind Tom Laneville as well. So all three of them trucks right there with each other. A little bit further back for that fourth place car, Chris Medford. But a lot of these truck drivers still shaking down their trucks, still trying to find the balance that they're going to want for tonight's race. It's a long race here at Michigan, 85 laps around this big track. It takes quite a long time to get it done. So I mean, you figure that's 190 miles, somewhere in that range. Somebody do the math for me, because I just don't feel like it right now. 2 miles, 85 laps. Yeah, so that's about 170. 180 miles, something like that. So a long, long night in store for a lot of these truck drivers. Gonna actually try to see if I can't get a hold of a driver that's not normally out here with us on Sunday nights, but able to make the field tonight, sitting 15th on the board right now with less than 8 minutes to go in happy hour. We're going to see if we can't dial up that 80 machine of Brian Littleton. Brian, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Bud, was mentioning you and how you're not out here very often, but able to hit the track with us here tonight. Only 15th in happy hour so far. You think you got anything for him in the race?
Well, you know, we'll see. I don't run with these guys much, like you said, so it's I just kind of want to feel things out and see where we stand. Practice is kind of hit and miss. You got guys running to the draft, so they're gonna run better lap times than some of the other guys. I've been running quite a few laps by myself at the beginning, and haven't quite just picked up a group of guys to run with to gauge what those lap times are going to be. So we're just going to have to feel it out and see what happens. Beginning of the race.
10-4. Well, any insight info on how the track is out there now? Is it slippery yet? Is it warmed up a little bit, or what do you think the dominant lane is going to be tonight?
Well, it looks like the temps dropped, I think, about 10 degrees since practice started, so I don't know if that's going to be a trend or what. I think in the beginning of a run, you're going to see guys jump down towards the bottom to get as much as they can out of those fresh tires, but I think once they start wearing them down, I think you're going to see them migrate up towards the top. That way they can keep them wound up for those long straight stretches to keep the R's up and get the most speed out of those on the straights.
Momentum is definitely going to be key. Well, hope you get some momentum going and rolling up there tonight, and maybe we'll talk to you later after qualifying or during the race. Have a good evening.
Yeah, man. Anytime.
Once again, that's the 80 driver, Brian Littleton. Michelob Ultra Chevy Silverado. Gonna see if he can't put that thing in victory lane. As I said, not one of the regular drivers here in the High Country Trucking Series. Major part of Next Gen Racing here on iRacing.com, but not a big player on Sunday nights. Let's see if he can do anything with his basically one-off race here. Come in and shake things up in the points, take away a win from one of these regular truck drivers. We'll just have to wait and see how it all shakes out. See what goes down. Chris Medford now taking that top position away from Tom Laneville. With about 3.5 minutes left here in happy hour, we're going to go down the track to join the pre-race festivities, the invocation, and the singing of our national anthem. But as always here on Next Gen Racing Productions, you won't miss a single thing in qualifying when we come back to the track. As promised, back here, Michigan International Raceway, not going to miss a single thing. Looks like Brian Maskell Jr. already jumping out there on track. Begin his qualifying run. The 99 of Eric Blunt also out there. The 22 of Cody Terry. Excuse me, the 97 of Andrew Nypower. The 24 of Gavin Martin. The 32 of PJ Popham. We're going to ride along with your defending series champion, the 33 of Brian Maskell Jr. Brian, not having very much luck. I wouldn't say not being successful, but not having a lot of luck so far this season. Not making it to victory lane just yet. Oh, that's been eating at that 33 team. All the guys that work hard down there on that truck, eating at Brian himself. Brian, one of those guys that kind of has a Ricky Bobby mentality. If he ain't first, he's last. He don't care about second or third. He gets pissed when he doesn't win, which that's what drives all of us competitors up the speed so far here. That lap not counting for Brian Maskell Jr. Must have hit the line or barely touched the wall or something. That time not being allowed, so that's going to be interesting. Going to put it all on this second lap here. See where he shakes out when he crosses the line here. Looks like he's slotted into second. Andrew Nypower up there in first. Gavin Martin slotting in third position right now. See if we can't find anybody else going out there just yet. Brian Maskell Jr. all the way down to third place now. Looks like PJ Popham's still up there, top of the board right now, coming down the backstretch. Some of the other heavy hitters are still in the pits right now, though. Looks like Brian Littleton's starting to go out there on track now, too. Let's take a ride with Brian as he gets up to speed. See where he can't shake out with this 80 machine. The 5 of Brandon Hartwell also just now beginning his journey off of pit road to start his qualifying times. Looks like Eric Blunt is out there on track trying to put down his laps as well. PJ Popham now down to second. Looks like Troy Radford has taken the pole so far here with about 2 minutes left in qualifying. A couple of drivers still not made their attempts just yet. Rick Reiner to the 19, good solid 7th place starting position. Brian Maskell Jr. up there in 4th. Thomas Light in the 98 up there in 6th position. Good qualifying for him. You see Brian Littleton cutting the course, hitting that little bump down there. You got to be careful of that bump. Slotting in 9th position for his first lap. Definitely going to have to improve big time to catch up to that 49 of Troy Radford, who's put down a 39.180. That's a pretty fast lap, almost 2/10 faster than our 7th place car. Only 0.022 faster than PJ Popham. 45 seconds left here in happy hour. Brandon Hartwell slotting in 5th position. Let's see if he can improve his time when he crosses the line. Brian Littleton not able to improve, only to 10th. Let's see if Brandon Hartwell can improve that 5th position in qualifying. And Brandon Hartwell stealing the show right there at the end of qualifying. My goodness, let's see if we can't get a hold of your pole sitter, Brandon Hartwell. You got us.
Wow, yeah, I got you, bud.
Hey, buddy, how about that? Right, like 7 seconds left in qualifying going and taking that pole position away from Troy Radford, man. Got to be happy about that.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think I was that fast. Didn't seem like I was gonna be, but I'll take it.
Well, how do you think this race is going to go this evening?
I hope it goes good. Last time I was on a big track like this was Auto Club, and we all know how that went.
All right, bud. Well, we'll let you go ahead and get into the truck. Have a good evening, and we'll speak to you later.
Alrighty, thank you, bud.
There you have it, your pole sitter. Don't know why the Session State has it the way it has it right now. But there you see your starting grid down there on track right now. We'll run through it, give you your entire grid for tonight's race. There you see right there the 5 of Brandon Hartwell taking that pole position away from the 49 of Troy Radford. Third position, the 32 of PJ Popham, followed in fourth by the 12 of Trent Drum. And in fifth position, the 48 of Chris Medford, followed by the 97 of Andrew Nypower. The 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. in seventh place, followed in eighth by the 22 of Cody Terry. Ninth position, the 98 of Thomas Light. And in 10th, the 80 of Brian Littleton. 11th position, the 19 of Rick Reinert, followed by the 8 of Brian Kaufman. In 13th position, the 115 of Tom Laneville, followed in 14th by the 66 of Donnie Stobbs. And in 15th, the 9 of Brian Britt. 16th position, Derek Robinson in the 38 machine. The 99 of Eric Thornton, 17th, followed in 18th by the 28 of Kendall Levron. The 19th position goes to the 24 of Gavin Martin, followed in 20th by the 45 of Douglas Wasaki. In 21st, the 96 of Alan Westman, followed by the 46 of Justin Walters, the 43 of Craig Learman, David Smith Jr. in 24th. 25th position goes to Jason Edmonston, while 26th is Joshua Caudle. 27th and 44 of Adam Novak, 28th Ray Radford. Rounding out your field here tonight is the 29 position, the 3 car of Mark Byers. There you have your starting grid here for tonight's High Country Trucking Series. Aldena Industries 85 at Michigan International Speedway. These truck drivers all doubled up, ready to go. Green flag racing. So they work their way down this giant 2-mile track. When you're out on this track, it certainly feels like it's a little bit more than 2 miles long. It feels like Talladega basically out there, but that pace car lights are off. It makes its left-hand turn. Couple of cars going a little haywire with the blinkiness. Waiting for the green flag to fly. There it goes. Green flag is out. We're racing here in the High Country Trucking Series at Michigan International Speedway. Brandon Hartwell on the inside line, edging past the 49 of Troy Radford with a push by the 32 of PJ Popham. Down there, looks like Trent Drum's down there following, giving PJ a push as well. Brandon and PJ up to the top of the track now, leaving that bottom line. Gonna get the top line's momentum going as you see him snaking down the back stretch into turn 3 for the first time here tonight. Leading lap number 1 here tonight out of 85 for the High Country Trucking Series Season 3 race at Michigan International Speedway. The Aldena Industries 85, Brandon Hartwell leading that first lap, taking that pole position tonight. Gonna try to keep that truck up there in front, but a big challenge by the 32 of PJ Popham, looking to the inside now as they work their way back into turn 3. Side by side through the center. PJ on the bottom line. Going to see if he washes up here. Those fresh tires able to keep him down there and keep a little bit of momentum close. But oh, Brandon Hartwell and PJ Touch, they're in the wall. The 12 of Trent Drum also involved. Oh my goodness. That's not going to be good for those guys. We're going to go back and take another look at that. Working down the backstretch here. Just looks like those two just racing hard and ran out of room. PJ up the track. Squeezing the 5 a little bit into the wall. Looks like, let's see. No, contact made before then. Brandon just a slight touch. It appeared. And that sent PJ and him around. Yeah, there you see it once again. We're going to try to catch another view of this if we can. Looks like it's just hard racing right here. Brandon trying to stay off that wall and just, oh, contact, back in. More cars collected. A lot of truck drivers getting through it, though. Looks like only these 3 involved. Couple evasive maneuvers by some other drivers out there, but all in all, everybody looks like they're okay at this point in time. We'll just have to see what happens, how it shakes out. Looks like the 48 of Chris Medford assumes your race lead. We're going to try to jump on board with him. There you have it right there. Chris Medford, your leader here tonight. Lap number 3, our first caution. Leaders involved, just hard racing, close racing. Leads to a little bit of catastrophe for 3 of our top runners here tonight. I believe that may have been the 49 actually. Not quite sure. I'm gonna have to look at this. I believe, yes, that was the 49 that was involved in that incident, not the 12 of Trent Drum. So that blows this whole race wide open. A couple of the fast trucks out very early here tonight. So some of these truck drivers are licking their chops right now. Few of them still needing to get to pit lane. Still needing to get to victory lane for the first time this season. Secure themselves a spot in the chase. We're getting closer and closer to the battle for that point supremacy is definitely building and boiling over right now. It looks like we've got about 15 or 16 cars still on the lead lap. Not sure if the timing and scoring is correct on some of this, but we should have a little bit more than that. So we'll just have to wait and see, let it update itself and see how that all shakes out. But I believe we still have most of the cars on the lead lap out of the 29 that started here tonight. Doesn't look like anybody came to pit road under that caution. There you see just a few trucks back in the back. One lonely solo truck making its way down pit road right now. I believe that's the 44 of Adam Novak. Oh my goodness, yes, there you see. Oh Lord have mercy. This thing is going nuts over here. We're just gonna have to stay up here on our leaders. Timing and scoring getting a little loopy over there. But we're gonna come to 1 to go here. Pace car lights are turning off. As a matter of fact, pace car lights are off. We're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. A little bit of rain starting to move into the area, so if you can hear any of the background rain, I do apologize. Just something we got to deal with right now. It is what it is. We'll move on. Pace car lights are off. We're going to go back green flag racing on lap number 6 here in the Aldena Industries 85 at Michigan International Speedway. Inside line, the 48 of Chris Medford. He fires off a little bit early, gets a good jump on the field. Looks like Brian Mescal Jr. getting a push back there. Oh, 3 wide, 2 wide. Chris Medford able to maintain the lead, but down on the bottom, that 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. digging in, coming off of turn 4. Gonna run up on some lap traffic here. Just a few short laps, so gonna have to see who's able to navigate through this a little bit better than the other. Looks like that high line's the way to go right now. Tom Laneville out there on the outside of the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. keeping his momentum, wound up, able to make the pass for second. 33 slots in third place right there in front of that 97 of Andrew Nypower, who's followed closely by the 12 of Trent Drum, the 22 of Cody Terry. That's your top 6. All of them within 1 second of each other. Throw a blanket over them. And then a couple more battles back there through the back of the pack. We're going to wait to see how this shakes out up here with your leaders before we start going back and checking things out. There you see your leader trying to cheat and get a little, not necessarily cheat, but cheat the air, cheat the speed, the aerodynamics by trying to pull a little bit of draft off of that lap car. I believe that is the 49 of Troy Radford. Looks like he's trying to stay out of the way and down low. But still, nonetheless, just kind of, hate to say in the way, but that's what these leaders are thinking, is we now have a 4-truck breakaway. That 115 of Tom Lanville, one of the newer comers to the High Country Trucking Series, showing what he's about and what he's worth up there, slotted in second position, followed by your defending series champion, the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. Back and forth, the 97 of Andrew Nypower, and in fifth, the 22 of Cody Terry. Looks like the 33 was looking outside just a little bit. Those trucks not sure if they're wanting to stay in line just yet or not, but a lot of moving around in the corners for these trucks. The air just upsetting them. Gonna look back through the field just a little bit further. Go back here to your 4th place car, the 97 of Andrew Nypower. Still following in the wake of that 33 of Brian Mescal Jr., who now goes to the bottom. The 97 goes with him. Let's see if they got the momentum to get by that 115 of Tom Lanville. The 33 almost able to clear, just not yet through the center. Looks like that 115 is going to get a little bit of a run on the bottom. No side draft there through the corner for the 97, just staying there in line with the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr., pushing him past the 115 of Tom Lanville. Back into second. Looks like the 97 is going to follow through and try to take that 3rd position away. There you see the 22 of Cody Terry. It probably says the 9, but it's the 22. Trading Paints Pro. You know how that goes. But Andrew stuck down there on the bottom, wasn't able to make the pass when he went for it. You see the momentum that he lost. You see the ground that he gave up to that 115 of Tom Lanville. We're going to go back here a little bit further in the pack, though, and look at this battle for 11th and 12th position. This is between the 45 of Douglas Misaki and 24 of Gavin Martin out there on the outside, trying to run down 10th place car, the 12 of Trent Drum. All of that going on not too far back from your leaders. As you see there, they are going through the center. Field slowly starting to shake itself on out. Gaps are beginning to come into play. Looks like the 19 of Rick Reiner's got a good run in that Hot Wheels Chevy Silverado down there on the bottom side. See if he's able to make the pass, though. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to. The 45 of Douglas Sasaki able to keep that wound up on the outside and keep the position and actually gap the 19 just a little bit. There you see the 80 of Brian Littleton running not where he would want to be. 16th position as he sits right now. Back up front with your leader, Chris Medford. Nothing's changed. Opened up about a 1/10 of a second gap. So we're going to go back up here to this battle. Brian Mescal Jr. walking down. The 48 of Chris Medford trying to take the position away. Good run out of 2. Look at him close up on the backstretch with that draft. He's going to have to be smart about when he decides to make this pass and whether or not he can get it done or not. Deciding not to go that time by. Stays right on his bumper as these two have gapped your third place position. The 115 of Tom Landville back now a half a second from the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr., who is stalking slowly but surely that 48 of Chris Medford. As I said in the pre-race, that 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. not been to victory lane yet this season. Could this be the omen? Missed last week's race, out on his honeymoon, freshly married. Can he bring home a trophy to the new wife? Bringing home a trophy to a fiance is one thing, but when she's your wife, it's another. Just trust me. When mama's happy, daddy's happy. But is he going to be able to get it done? Not able to there off of 4. Actually loses some ground. Looks like he got a little bit tight and then snappy loose after that. 115 gaining a lot of ground back up on him. So he's not just going to be looking out of that windshield now. He's going to be looking through that rear view mirror just to see how that 115 is closing up on him. Still green flag racing here. Lap number 17 out of 85 for the Aldena Industries 85 High Country Trucking Series Season 3. Still some good battles back in the back of the pack. This is back, my goodness, I mean, from 7th position all the way back to 15th. That is all those trucks that you see right there, 7th to 15th. We said Brian Littleton was back there in 16th, 17th position. Now he finds himself up in the top 13, knocking on the door of the top 10. Eric Blunt, Brian Kaufman, guys, right at the beginning, right at the lead of this pack here that you see. Brian Kaufman in that 8 machine in 6th place. So good battles going on all over the track. Looks like the lead's starting to open back up just a little bit more now, almost a 0.2 of a second lead over the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr., who's still followed in 3rd place by the 115 of Tom Laneville. Sorry, Tom. In 4th position, Andrew Nypower, followed in 5th by the 28 of Kendall Levrun. Excuse me. My goodness. Still 20 cars out of the 29 on the lead lap. A couple of cars heavily damaged early this evening. Fast cars no longer with us. Some guys trying to take advantage of that right now are these two. Your 2 leaders have been your leaders since we went back green flag racing. A little bit of scrap there for the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. to take that 2nd place and secure it. But once he did, they've gapped the field. Now they gap back to 3rd place over a 2nd. So Brian Mescal Jr. had a moment, gave up some ground, but has been able to close it back down. So he's definitely got a fast truck out there tonight. It looks like that was, I believe that was the 8 of Brian Kaufman coming off of pit road. Not sure if that was a scheduled stop or not. The 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. trying to get the momentum on the high side there to make the pass. Right on the bumper of Chris Medford is the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. making his way to the bottom on 3 and 4, sliding up the track just a little bit. Chris Medford taking it down to the apron. Still leading lap 21 out of 85 here tonight. For Next Gen Racing's High Country Trucking Series on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator, broadcast to you across Twitch and YouTube by Next Gen Racing Productions. Thank you everybody for joining us for tonight's race. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe, smash that bell. Get notified anytime we go live here at Next Gen Racing Productions. Got a lot of great content that we provide. The 33 with a big move to the outside. Looks like the 48 of Chris Medford's coming to pit road. The 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. now your leader. So green flag pit stops are underway. Most of these truck drivers only going about 19 to 22. Some did decide to go down pit road under that first caution. So your leader here, Brian Mescal Jr., been out there for about 22 to 23 laps. There you see the 8 of Brian Kaufman already on pit road, unlapping himself here. So he's definitely gaining time back on those leaders. Your leader now, Brian Mescal Jr., down on the pit road. Oh, smoke coming off as another car tries to get to pit road. That's going to make 19, I believe. No, the 45 of Douglas Wasaki, your leader now. Rick Reinert, Brian Littleton, Craig Learman, all right there battling for the lead. Haven't made a pit stop yet. We're going to have to take a look back. We're going to see here. We're going to go ahead. Well, we're going to stay here for just a second, see how this shakes out for just a couple more laps. I want to check in with the 8 of Brian Kaufman. It looks like he was the very first one down pit road. And he's all the way back up, cycled back in front of the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. So he's ahead of Brian on track right now, so that short pit definitely worked out into his advantage. There you see the 24 of Gavin Martin now joining track 2 after his scheduled pit stop. There you see him, the 8 of Brian Kaufman right there in the background, trying to unlap himself. The 45 is still your leader, so the 8 of Brian Kaufman still down 1 lap right now. So he's still trying to do it the hard way. Brian Littleton, Justin Walters, Adam Novak all down on the pit road this time by your leader still the 45 of Douglas Wasaki, followed by the 43 of Craig Learman, the 19 of Rick Reinert, the 96 of Alan Westman, the 5 of Derek Robinson. That's how everybody's running right now, but this is still under green flag pit stop, so the timing and scoring is going to be jumping around. A lot of things are going to get jumped up. We're just going to have to wait and see how it cycles out. But there's no caution. Not sure who that blinker is, but it's been kind of steady the whole time. That specific one. Looks like we got 2, 3, at least 3, 4, 5 cars now. Those were your leaders. So we're going to jump on board with who I think is going to be the one sitting pretty. Let me find him on this timing and scoring. I cannot see him anywhere. The 19, Rick Reinert, still out there on track, shown as the leader right now. But this is the where to go. This is the guy that I'm watching right here. Scored in 4th position right now. Following him closely, the 115 of Tom Landville. But this is the guy that I'm watching, the 8 of Brian Kaufman. But his crew chief pulled off I guess one of the biggest okie dokes of the season so far, with that short pit coming out He's got about 3 lap older tires than the guys that are right behind him, so not that big of a difference in the grand scheme of things. But there you've seen in the background the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr., who took the lead away on the long run from that 48 of Chris Medford, who's now scored in the 4th position. And just look at the gap that he's created there. Adam Novak in the 44 still out there on track, it looks like, being scored as your leader right now. Moved to the inside by the 115 of Tom Landville. Back to the lead, the 115 of Tom Laneville. You're going to have to get with me, bud, and let me know if that's Laneville or Laneville. I don't want to pronounce it wrong, so we're just going to roll with Laneville for tonight, but get with me on that. But there you see, I told you, a big, big game by that 8 of Brian Kaufman in 2nd position. Was going to cycle out to be 1st, but those 3-lap fresher tires are prevailing, so that just lets you know how important tires are around this big 2-mile oval. The amount of time that you lose on those old tires, just absolutely amazing. As Brian Mescal Jr., who only stayed out 1 lap longer than the 48 of Chris Medford and the 115 of Tom Landville, and that equated to a loss of 2 seconds. 1 lap, 2 seconds. Caution is out on track. Holy Jesus, I was talking and not paying attention there. You see the flag man waving the flag. Caution is out. We're going to have to see what happened. See if we can't see anything. Not sure right there what went on, what happened. Maybe, no. Not going to be able to get that one to us here. So we'll just rejoin your leader. That coming at what could be a little bit of a bad time for some of these drivers. Looks like the 18 of Rick Reiner, the 19 of Rick Reiner being caught a lap down, unless he was involved in that incident. You can hear the rain picking up outside. Once again, I do apologize for that. Not much I can do about Mother Nature, though. So once again, as I said, these guys probably all going to hit pit road once again here. Looks like we have one driver staying out there. Maybe a lap down car, not quite sure, but most of your leaders down on the pit road. Not a lot of laps on those tires, but nonetheless, you've seen what it was under those green flag conditions. So tires definitely a premium here at Michigan International Speedway for the Aldena Industries. 85, the High Country Trucking Series, season number 3, brought to you by Next Gen Racing on the iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. Broadcast to you across Twitch and YouTube by Next Gen Racing Productions. Thank everybody for joining us, giving us likes. Appreciate all the love. Got a lot of good content out here. Gonna start picking up a little bit more here over the next few months as we really get in some big time racing action. I have to try to see who shakes out as your leader. Looks like the 43 of Craig Learman being shown as your leader right now. I believe he's going to probably be pulling that machine down pit road here this time by. Once again, rain picking up just enough to annoy me. I know you guys can hear it in the background, and I'm sorry about that. Not really a lot I can do, man. I wish I could have maybe soundproofing this thing might be a thought. Gonna see if we can't get a hold of the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. down there on track. Brian, you got us?
Yes, sir.
Hey, but hate to pull you up to talk about something bad, but big loss of positions there on that green flag pit stop. Did you have a rough time getting in the pit box, or what happened there?
I think the biggest thing is I pit too late. They made a big gain on me there, but got a good car here. I'm going to try to keep it in one piece.
All right, well, good luck, and go out there and win one for the new wife. I believe the 43 having a little bit of issues every now and again. So that's going to be interesting. Looks like Brian Kaufman going from that second position back to sixth place. 99 of Eric Blunt up there. Let's go ahead and give you your top 5 as they sit 34 laps into this thing, brought to you by 946 Designs and Haywood Elite Youth Wrestling Club out there in Bethel, North Carolina. Put on a hell of a wrestling show. Go check it out on my Facebook page. But anyways, there you see in first place the 43 of Craig Learman, followed in second by the 96 of Alan Westman. And in third, the 38 of Derek Robinson, followed in fourth by the 48 of Chris Medford, rounding out your top 5, that 115 of Tom Landville. That is your top 5. Back there in 6th, Brian Kaufman. In 7th position, the 99 of Eric Blunt. 97 of Andrew Empower in 8th position. 9th is the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. Rounding out your top 10, the 24, Gavin Martin. Set to go back, green flag racing. The pace car is off. You're going to see the flagman wave that flag, and it's going to be time to go green flag racing. And the green's out there back at it here at Michigan International Speedway. The 43 of Craig Learman crosses the line first. The 96, Alan Westman, right there in second position. 38 of Derek Robinson hugging that bottom line, securing that third position. Chris Medford, though, working that high line, followed by the 115 and the 99. They're going to get some momentum up there on the high line as the 38, the only one down there on the bottom, going to give up a lot of momentum here to these guys as they come back to the start-finish line. Big run by the 96. As you see the momentum lost by that 38 of Derek Robinson, falling now all the way back to 7th position. Those top 3 starting to walk off just a little bit now. There you see that 115 of Tom Landville. Oh, Craig Learman back out off track. Whoa, let's see what happened here. Let's go back, see if we can't see what took place. Oh, that was the 48 of Chris Medford. Not sure if he had help or not. We're going to have to go back on to Chris and check that out. See if we can't get a better view of what happened here. Looks like no contact from that 8, so not really being pushed. There is a gap. There is daylight. Not quite sure about right there, though. Maybe had a little bit of help. Slight contact with another truck. Shouldn't be too detrimental to their night. They should be able to get that thing fixed up and back out there on track. But still your leader here. Craig Learman coming down pit road. Only 2 cars so far staying out on track. 3 cars now. Most of your lead lap trucks staying with the strategy of going down pit road and getting fresh tires. That's going to make the 96, though, of Alan Westman, your leader, followed closely behind him is that 8 machine. Both of them running flash trucks, so I'm not sure if they're in the same little stable of drivers. I know there's some drivers out here that have their own kind of teammates, if you will, that they bounce things off of and things of that nature, get advice from. Maybe these two starting to work together towards the middle to end of our season here, as there's not but a handful of races left here to go before we start the chase in the High Country Trucking Series. But these two electing to stay out. Alan Westman out there with at least 10 lap old tires. Brian Kaufman has at least 5 lap old tires. Looks like 5 cars decided to stay out there on track. Craig Learman gonna be the first one with 4 tires starting in 6th position. So this restart could get a little bit interesting. But while we're under caution here, we're going to go ahead and take a real quick commercial break. We'll be right back with all the action. You won't miss a thing here from Michigan International Speedway for the High Country Trucking Series. Aldena Industries, 85. And as promised, not missing a thing, field starting to get double foul. Rain is falling harder and harder here at the house. Good thing it's not raining there at Michigan International Speedway, but the pace car lights are off. These truck drivers going down the back stretch, doubling up, getting ready to go back. Green flag racing to take lap 41 out of 85 here tonight for the High Country Trucking Series. Got a couple of drivers making some gambles, staying out on a little bit older tires than some of the rest of the field. So we're going to have to see how that all shakes out. It's like you're seeing double there, huh? Anybody remember the Double Mint commercials? You had the twins. That's what it looks like right there. That's what that reminds me of. But the pace car lights are off. It's in the hands of the 96-year leader. He fires off, gets a good jump. The 8 of Brian Kaufman out there on the outside with a good jump as well. Looks, I'm not sure who that is on the outside out there, but not a very good start by them. I believe that's the 66 of Donnie Stobbs, but not a good start by Donnie. The 96 of Alan Westman gets away quite easily. The 28 of Kendall Laverne now going to the bottom on the 8 of Brian Kaufman. Oh, the 24 hard into the outside wall. Gavin Martin. Oh my goodness, hard contact for that 24 machine. We're going to have to watch this, see what takes place and what transpires here with that 24. Oh my goodness, it's not letting me find him right now. Hate to see that. Just not clear enough, just a little wiggle. I'm not sure who that was. Ooh, that's definitely going to hurt Gavin Martin's chances here tonight. He's definitely going to be out of this race with that. Hate to see that happen. Oh my goodness. Hard impact with that outside wall. Luckily there was safety barrier there to cushion the impact just a little bit. A tough hit for that 24 of Gavin Martin. Working caution number 4 here. Only 9 laps worth of caution. 44 laps here to go. Pretty good pace for tonight's race though, a 41.22 average lap time. So pretty good pace here tonight for the guys at the High Country Trucking Series, brought to you by Next Gen Racing on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. Looks like we're going to have some guys come down pit road, some guys stay out. Looks like that 66 of Donnie Stobbs staying out there on track to assume the lead. 9th lead change here tonight with that taking place. My goodness, how things just keep changing and moving around. Your top 5 now as they sit, brought to you by 946 Designs. Check those guys out on Facebook. I mean, honestly, they're fucking beasts with the brush, man. I can't beat around the bush. I wish I would have said it a little more polite, but those guys do a hell of a job, an amazing job. Anything that ever gets updated, they're immediately up on top of it and resending you new stuff that fits the new templates. Hell of a job out there with those guys. Check them out. Give them a like and follow out there on Facebook. 946 Designs. Your top 5, though. First position, the 66 of Donnie Stobbs, followed in second by the 99 of Eric Blunt. Third position, the 43 of Craig Learman. And then fourth, the 115, Tom Laneville. Rounding out your top 5, the 33, your defending series champion, Brian Mescal Jr. Well, we're going to step away one more time, real quick. We'll be right back here at Next Gen Racing Productions with all the action here tonight from Michigan International Speedway for the Aldena Industries 85 Next Gen Racing's High Country Trucking Series. Once again, as promised, not missing a thing here tonight from the racetrack. Your leader choosing not to pit under this latest caution, the 66 of Donnie Stobbs. I'm going to see if he can't roll the dice and get that thing into victory lane. One of the drivers that hasn't been to victory lane this season, if my memory serves me correct. Have to take a look back at the stats a little bit later just to ensure that, but I'm pretty sure that 66, the 99, the 115, the 38, the 33, none of your top 6, top 7 have been to victory lane yet this season, so all of those guys are going to be super hungry as we've got 41 laps to go here to decide the winner of the Aldena Industries 85 for the High Country Trucking Series Season 3. Race, I believe, number 17, 18. I'm going to have to be better on that one, but I believe it's race number 17 here tonight for us. Not sure if they have instituted the green-white checkered option that iRacing just released through the update. So we'll have to see what happens if there's a caution inside the last 5 laps, if that ends the race for us, or if we'll come down pit road, get 4 tires, and go out there and try to get after it for a green-white checkered, or see who's willing to gamble and stay out there with possible old tires for a green-white checkered. All of that's up in the air. The yellow flag still up in the air. Pace car lights have been off. It makes the left-hand turn. The 66 of Donnie Stobbs has the field in his control. He fires off the line. The 99 of Eric Blunt with a decent start. Starting to have trouble. 3 wide now at the line. The 99 has the 115 right there on his outside. Looks like that's going to be your battle for now, as the 66 steps off into the sunset right now, building a little bit more than a 0.3 of a second lead already. The 99 of Eric Blunt making that bottom side work. You see these drivers snaking off of turn 2 down the backstretch, trying to keep the momentum and break the momentum of the cars behind them. You see this tight 3 wide, 3 truck battle. Oh, up the hill is Donnie. 3 wide now. As we come to the start-finish line, who's it going to be? Looks like they gave it to the 115 of Tom Landville. But Eric Blunt, that 99, out there on the outside, trying to keep the momentum up on the high side to take the position away. Not going to be able to do it. Crossover attempt. Close racing right there down the backstretch. 99 still there on the inside, side drafting close to the quarter panel. That 115 of Tom Landville. Now ducking it down to the bottom of the track, but it looks like the 115 is going to be able to keep the momentum. And 9, Eric Blunt sliding up just a little bit side by side off of 4. 115 able to take the lead and secure it now. One of your fast trucks earlier this evening, 33 of Brian Musco Jr. Looks like he's kind of mired back there in traffic in 5th position right now. If this thing goes green, I do believe we're going to have at least one more pit stop if we stay on the green, most of these truck drivers going to have to stop at least one more time. I know your top 5, 6, 7 will, as they're out there for about 10, at least 10 laps or so. So a little bit less fuel, a little bit less tires for those guys. There you see Alan Westman and Brian Kaufman in 7th and 8th position. Those were the drivers that came down pit road, gave up the lead. So going to have to keep an eye on them with those 4 fresh tires. Oh, contact back there in the back. Looks like caution is out. Andrew Nypower involved in that one. We're going to have to take a look back at that. I believe Andrew was... No, that was not Andrew. Goodness gracious, going to have to go back. Who is that? Oh, I could not tell. It looks like Brian Littleton may have been somewhere around it. Happening right in front of Brian Littleton. May have been Chris Medford involved in that as well. But your leader, 115, Tom Laneville. As we're back under caution again for now, I believe these caution laps starting to rack up here late, or through the center of the race, I should say. Caution number 5 now, 12 laps. I think it might be time for some of these drivers just to kind of settle back in, settle back down. See if we can't get this thing green to the end. Not sure who was caught up in that. There you see the entire field coming down pit road that time. No, looks like, I believe that's Alan Westman staying out on track. Yeah, Alan Westman. Only one not coming to pit road. 8 laps on those tires. Not sure that is going to be a good decision. He's going to be a sitting duck out there. 8-lap old tires. I believe 2nd position is going to line up right beside him with 4 fresh tires. So that's going to be really interesting to see what he does, if he chooses the inside or the outside line here. There you see, I believe that's the 48 of Chris Medford. Involved in a little bit of an incident earlier, but right back out there, up inside, your top 5. Gonna be in 2nd position, I believe, when we cross the line this time. With 4 fresh tires. Mate, no, 2 tires. Looks like it was 2 tires on pit road for Chris Medford. And the 45 of Douglas Wasaki. Both of those drivers electing to take only 2 tires. Looks like we got to go all the way back to the 19 of Rick Reinert, who's now in 10th position, to see somebody else that took 2 tires. Everybody else 4 tires and maybe a little bit of damage fixing here and there for a couple of these truck drivers out there tonight. But we're on 2 to go here at Michigan International Speedway for the Aldena Industries 85 for the High Country Trucking Series. Presented to you by Next Gen Racing on iRacing.com. Broadcast to you across Twitch and YouTube by Next Gen Racing Productions. Thanks for joining us. Come see us every Sunday night here for the High Country Trucking Series and throughout the week for various other racing action. Want to give a off the top of my head real quick, just it just came to me for some oddball reason, but big shout out to Turn 3 Racing Network. If you haven't heard about those guys, go check them out as well here on YouTube. Not quite sure what their stream name on Twitch is, but go check those guys out. Headed by at least one of the guys I know, Roger Muth, a bunch of other guys in his stable of broadcasters over there at the Turn 3 Racing Network. They do a bang-up job as well. Roger, hats off to you. Thank you for everything you've done for me for the broadcasting side. Come join me in the booth one night, and I'll come over there for a night or two, something like that. We'll make something happen. Get up with me, bud. Anyways, pace car lights are off. Lap number 53 out of 85. Your leader choosing not to go down pit road and get fresh tires under that last caution. 2 tires to his outside and right behind him. Got to go back to 4th place. Eric Blunt find the first truck with 4 tires. And on back from there, it's all 4 tires. So I really despise that camera changing to that angle. It really, really pisses me off. I hate to say it like that, but damn it, it does. Pace car will be making that left-hand turn any minute now. Field is going to be in the hands of your leader, 96, Fallon Westman. See if he can get a good enough start on those old tires over the 48 of Chris Medford. And let's see if Douglas Wasaki can get a good start with them 2 tires. Everything looks to be rolling pretty decently. Those 2 tires are stacking up the field just a little bit. 3 wide now as Eric Blunt, 99, looks to the outside. The 48 of Chris Medford. Truck blowing up in the background. No caution out for that as he's on the apron off of the racing surface. But those old tires seem to be doing okay right now. Stepping out to a little bit of a lead. 99 of Eric Blunt looking to the inside now in the 48 of Chris Medford as they battle down the backstretch for 2nd position. Inside is that 99 of Eric Blunt coming through the center of 3 and 4, looking to wash up the track just a little bit right in front of that 48 of Chris Medford. Those 2 wiggling, jockeying for position, close side-by-side side drafting. 99 with a run on your leader, the 96 of Alan Westman, now side-by-side into center of turns 1 and 2 for the lead. 3 wide as they come off of turn 2. Eric Blunt, up into the side of the 48. It looks like that's what it looked like from me. So we're gonna go back and take a look, see if there was contact or not. You see him in the inside of the 96. Alan Westman here going through the center of 1 and 2 on the apron a little bit. Oh, truck getting loose. Thought he had it. Yeah, contact, just like contact made right there with the 48. I'm going to say that's kind of a racing deal. Clipped the apron, got a little bit loose, you know. Right there you see it. Looks like he's just washing up a little bit and just, contact right in front of that left rear tire. That'll spin you every time. Sure it wasn't intentional, but I'm sure it wasn't welcome by that 48. Gonna have to go back and see if he's okay. As we are under caution once again here at Michigan International Speedway, I'm sorry. Taking a look back, seeing if I can find him. Ooh. Looks like that 48 of Chris Medford now down a lap. Probably a lot harder contact to that inside wall after being spun right there. I say being spun. It wasn't intentional, though. I had a first-hand look at it. I believe that's just a little racing deal as well. Most of the incidents tonight have been racing deals. It's not just, you know, craziness, if that means anything to anybody. But anyways, first position, there you see it. The 96 of Alan Westman leading 12 laps so far here tonight. Back in second position, the 97 of Andrew Nypower. And in third, the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. Fourth position, the 8 of Brian Kaufman. That flash Chevy Silverado. And in fifth, Donnie Stobbs. And in sixth position, quietly worked his way up here all night long. That 80 of Brian Littleton. Gonna have to be aware of him for the end of this thing. One-off race for this gentleman. See if he can make his way up and into victory lane. We're gonna see. Actually, I'm gonna see what his thoughts are here. See if we can't get a hold of that 80. Brian, you got us?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, I mean, you've started off in the back, made your way up through, all the way up into just outside of the top 5, I believe. You're going to be slotted in 6th here when you cross the line, but quietly, methodically, did everything going as planned out there, or just get lucky?
I'm going to chalk a lot of that up to luck. I did a little bit of a wreck avoidance a couple times. Could have been pretty ugly for the front end of this truck. Somehow managed to get through it. A little bit of pit strategy. I accidentally changed my fuel intake on one pit stop and forgot to switch it back, so I wound up having to pit again to make sure I was going to have fuel with the rest of the guys, and set myself in the back again. So been a little bit of up and down, but otherwise not too bad.
All right, well, as it's winding down here, going to be, hell, I don't want to do the math, but about 30 laps, let's just damn call it. About 30 laps here to go. Do you have anything to get up there and steal a win from these regular guys?
You know, I like to think I do. I feel like I'm a little bit stronger on a long run. My short run isn't very good. I seem to struggle a little bit, but we'll see what happens. You never know.
10-4, Bud. Well, I know your crew chief's going to be yelling in your ear as we're going to get, I believe, 1 to go this time by, so we'll let you go. And good luck.
Yeah, 10-4, man.
There you have it. 80 of Brian Littleton. Chalking it up to a little bit of luck here tonight, running up there inside. Well, just outside of that top 5. Started all the way in the back, about 18th position here tonight. So hell of a gain here for him. Pace car lights are off. Field is going to get double file once again. Your leader, the 96 of Alan Westman, out there now on about 15 to 16 lap old tires. But, I mean, I guess luckily he's got a little bit of a cushion, because all the way back to, it looks like 8th position, stayed out on track as well, and have about 8 lap old tires before you get all the way back to, golly, it's a long way back there, all the way back to 10th position. Actually, Eric Blunt, your first driver off of pit road with 4 tires. Maybe actually the 43 of Craig Learman. It looks, no, Craig not one of those guys that elected to pit that last time by. So about 8 laps on the rest of these truck drivers. So we're going to have to see what happens here. A lot of mixed strategy, mixed tire strategies, mixed fuel strategies. Pace car is getting ready to duck off as it makes its way off of turn number 4 here tonight. Field will be in the hands of your leader, Alan Westman. As soon as the pace car ducks off, he can go when he wants. He hammers the gas and we're back. Green flag racing coming to take lap number 60 out of 85. Big gap at the line. Looks like Brian Mescal Jr. down there on the bottom trying to come through for second position. Not able to do it as he's battling with the 8 and the 97. Brian Kaufman, Brian Mescal, Andrew Nypower all battling for second, third, fourth position right now. 3 wide back behind them with the 99 of Eric Blunt passing the 80 of Brian Littleton. Craig Learman out there on the high side as well. Oh, car up into the wall. That's the 19 of Rick Reinert. No caution. Able to keep that thing up against the wall, but into the wall hard. Gonna have to bring that machine down pit road. Try to fix it up. Still battling for your lead right now. 4 truck battle. They're side by side. The field's got to be loving what they see in front of them. The more they go side by side, the faster they're going to be able to catch back up to them. Looks like the 33 lost a bit of momentum that time by. Chooses to go up there and grab the draft from the 96 of Alan Westman and the 8 of Brian Kaufman. Those 2 teammates, I'm going to assume teammates, working extremely well together here. Drafting down the front and back stretch. Just moving away from the field right now, creating a gap. But you always have to wonder, how long can I be your friend? As you see the 8 of Brian Kaufman making a move for the lead. Caution's out, truck backwards. Back there on track, not sure who that was. That is the 43 of Craig Learman. We're going to have to back up and see what happened to Craig here. Looks like some close racing going on there between the 80 and the 115. I'm not quite sure what happened there. But anyways, we're just going to jump back on board with your race leader now, the 8 of Brian Kaufman, taking the lead for the first time here tonight. The Aldena Industries 85 here at Michigan International Speedway. Next Gen Racing's High Country Trucking Series Season 3. Not sure if we have Brian on comms or not. Doesn't appear like we do. Doesn't appear like we're having a connection with him. Not sure if Alan Westman has got his radio hooked up here tonight either. So, gonna be tough sledding to talk to either one of those 2 strong trucks here tonight. Brian Kaufman brings your field down pit road. About 22 to 23 laps here to go tonight. Let's see if anybody gambles here with 2 tires. Brian Mescal Jr. trouble on pit road. Gonna lose a ton of positions. Seen him have to back up and then pull back forward. Gonna lose a ton of positions. Looks like Tom Lanville, the 115, with a 2-tire call. Chris Medford in the 48 also taking 2 tires. Looks like Ray Radford and Donnie Staub staying out. 13 lap, 7 lap old tires. Ray Radford, haven't heard from him all night. Literally all night. And if my memory serves me correct, he started shotgun the field tonight. I believe he started all the way back in last position. Let's take a look. I can pull that up and we can take a look. Doesn't have his lowest started 28th, which I believe that is how many truck drivers we had start tonight's race. No, I apologize, 29, so almost dead last as he's bringing it down pit road this time by. So thinking a little better of it, and coming down and getting some fresh tires. Probably coming down, going to the back just to make sure he's not an issue or a problem if his truck just isn't handling properly for him tonight. Just being a kind of a gentleman move there, going to the back to stay out of the way. Well, anybody that watches know I do some crazy stuff throughout the broadcast, things that I enjoy. Some people like, some people may not. Gonna give you a little bit of something I like. So maybe you'll enjoy it, maybe you won't. We'll just have to see.
Dilly the party. Been there and done did this. I got the t-shirt with my number on it. Ain't going back, it's no backtrack. Having flashbacks to that last time. Gave it all into my last dime. Did mine and they switched sides. Came home with a different mind. Ain't no open chairs here at dinner time. Had your hand out and I lent mine. You showed yours and it's not the same. When it gets to grain and it's such a shame. Cause we were so cool, now it's hot flame. On my blacklist and I'm raining red. But there's no feds, just me and you. Got a clear view with a black heart. Enough shit to lose that I'ma see it through. I ain't being rude, I'm just speaking truth. If it's rotten to the core, gotta pull the tooth. I ate the food, not drink the juice. And they shook my cage and then they let me loose. Yeah. What you do that for? Monkeys can't hang with gorillas. And I'm all out of bananas to feed y'all. Ooh, baby, proceed with caution. Move, baby, we're in the darkness. Ooh, baby, why I'm so heartless. Dearly departed. Ooh, baby.
Field gonna get double file here. As I said, I do some crazy stuff. Struggle Jennings, Jelly Roll, go check them boys out. Bad as hell. Nashville, Tennessee. Big shout out to them boys. Haven't heard anything from them I don't like. Anyways, Field's double file working their way through turn 3 and 4 here. Pace car lights are off. Gonna go back green flag racing once again. Lap 67 here out of 85 at Michigan International Speedway for High Country Trucking Series. Aldena Industries 85. 66 of Donnie Stobbs will have it in his hands. Pace car is off. Whenever Donnie feels like going, and he fires off early, gets a good jump on the field. Looks like the 115 of Tom Landville right there in second position, third and fourth. Those, I'm calling them teammates, man. They got the same paints on, so how could you not be teammates in third and fourth position? They've been working well all night together. Big move by the 99 of Eric Blunt to the inside. Not sure that's going to work out for him. He's going to get stuck down there without any help. Making it work, making up one position there. It does look like he's going to be able to slide up in front of Andrew Nypower. Take that position away. No, I'm sorry, sliding up in front of the 94. Josh Cottle up there. I haven't said Josh's name all night either. Up there in 8th position. Solid showing here late in tonight's race. New leader, once again, that 115 of Tom Landville. Got the 8 of Brian Kaufman all over. Here's rear bumper. Brian hungry to get to victory lane for the first time this season. Brian followed by, as I said, his teammate what I'm calling his teammate, the 96 of Alan Westman, been to victory lane a few occasions. I think about 4 or 5 so far this season. I know of at least 4, but Brian Kaufman all over the bumper, now looking to the inside as they enter 1 and 2. Not able to get it done that time by. We're going to take a look with one of our onboard cameras with that 8 of Brian Kaufman. There you see our next gen racing on board. Oh, contact! He spins the 115. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Looks like he had a run off of 4 here and just drifted up just a little bit too much. And contact was made, spinning the 115 down through the grass. Luckily, not into that inside wall, but your leader once again, for the second time this evening, Brian Kaufman. Some may say that may have been a little bit aggressive, but we're down to about 16 laps to go here. So, I mean, we talk about give and take all the time, but when the laps dwindle down to 20 or less, there's not very much give, and I'm taking every inch I can get, and just not enough real estate to those truck drivers. Oh, fake out by the 96 of Alan Westman. Looks like the 8 of Brian Kaufman gonna give up the lead. Faked out by that 96. A couple of other truck drivers staying out on track as well. Looks like the 97 of Andrew Nypower, the 66 of Donnie Stobbs, the 80 of Brian Littleton, the 12 of Trent Drum, Brian Mescal Jr. back in 6th to 7th position, the 19 of Rick Reinert. All of those staying out on track. So once again, your race leader, Alan Westman, leading 18 laps here tonight. I'm not sure who's going to get that most laps led award here tonight, because there have been quite a few leaders. I know Alan Westman has led a handful of laps. The 48 of Chris Medford, also the 115. A lot of cars out there splitting those laps led, so not quite sure, as we've had what now is our 16th lead change tonight. So a lot of close, hard racing, especially up front. All the way back through the pack, really, when you look at it. Most of the cars 4 or 5 deep in little small packs, separated by about a tenth or 2 of a second in between those packs. So we're gonna have to see if those packs choose to lay back just a little bit longer until we get to about 10 to go, or if everybody's just gonna hammer down and get after it here tonight for the end of our Aldena Industries 85 from Michigan International Speedway. Also here tonight, reminded by the rain falling here at the house, want to give a not necessarily a shout out, but we're thinking about you, all you guys out there in Burke County, Avery County, dealing with some big flood problems right now here in North Carolina. So hope everybody out that area is safe. Down the Rutherfordton area as well. Hope all of all of you are staying safe and trying to stay as dry as possible. But we're still sunny here on iRacing.com up here in Michigan. Brooklyn, Michigan, as a matter of fact. Not quite so sunny and bright there today for the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. Those guys had to postpone their race for tomorrow at 5 p.m. So, hey, may be able to get off of work early enough, catch the race, and wait for that 8 o'clock switch over to go at it once again for the new week here on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. Just added the Pro 2 and Pro 4 Lucas Oil Off-Road Series trucks. Those damn things are a blast. I can't describe it. I'll have to stream and broadcast one of those races for you. As it's fast-paced, just mayhem. But it is so much fun throwing the trucks into the corner and drifting around them, hitting those jumps. Gotta watch, your engine temperatures and things of that nature so you don't blow them up halfway through it. But 15 laps of some of the most hardcore, full throttle, balls to the wall racing action that I have been a part of here on iRacing.com. So if you haven't seen it, man, oh man, just wait till you see it. I'll bring it to you later this week. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. But these truck drivers now down to, I believe, 13 laps to go, double filed here, getting ready to go back. Green flag racing as they make their way off of turn 4. Pace car will make that left-hand turn. Field is in the hands of your leader, the 96 of Alan Westman. Allen hitting the gas, getting a little bit of a jump on that 97 of Andrew Nypower, the 66 of Donnie Stobbs, trying to follow through on the bottom, not able to get by the 97. Both of those truck drivers have been to victory lane so far here this evening. But who is that in 4th place? That's that 80 machine of Brian Littleton, the one-off racer here tonight. The 33 of Brian Muskel Jr. in 5th place, trying to keep the momentum on the high side. Now a battle for 3rd as Brian Littleton to the inside of Donnie Stobbs. They're going to be side by side. Brian Littleton makes the pass on the entry to turn 3. Brian Muskel Jr. down to the bottom, following suit for 4th place. Looks like that 80 and that 33 wound up tight. Got the... Who is that in the Tide machine back there? That truck looks absolutely amazing. I'm going to have to figure out who that is right there, because I absolutely love it. I believe that's the 12 of Trent Drum, maybe. Let's see if we can't see this. That is the 12 of Trent Drum out there in that sharp-ass Tide machine. Man, that thing looks good. Close battle here as we're working lap 75, coming to take lap 76. Side-by-side battle for 2nd position. Alan Westman, followed by Andrew Nypower and Brian Littleton in the 80 in 3rd place. Brian Muskel Jr. in the 33 lurking in the background in 4th position, only a half a second off of your leader. 10 laps to go, coming to 9 this time by. Working their way down the backstretch. Some of them starting to snake out just a little bit as this 4-car pack is starting to break away. Top 3 starting to create a little bit of a distance now, but over that 33 of Brian Muskel Jr. working off of turn 4, coming to take 9 laps to go here for the Aldena Industries. The Aldena Industries 85 right on the bumper of the 97 is that 80 of Brian Littleton. All of them staying in line pretty much. The 97 just peeking out just a little bit on the bottom. The 80 with a run now takes it to the inside of that 97 of Andrew Nypower. Will he have the momentum to come away with a pass side by side? Not able to get it done on entry, staying on the bottom now, getting a little bit of draft help from that 96. Slides up in front of the 97. Slide job a little bit there by that 80 machine, now into 2nd. What a not necessarily a Cinderella story, as he is a Next Gen Racing Xfinity Series champion. But a one-off race here tonight for that 80 machine. Brian Littleton in second position, hounding your leader, the 96 of Alan Westman, still under green here. Cars fanning out in the back. Brian Mescal Jr. looks like he's stuck right at about that half a second off of this pack. Not sure if he's just laying back to get one final run here, or if he just cannot close the distance. But a good run for him up inside the top 5. Also, Rick Reinert in the 19 machine. Hard impact earlier into the outside wall. Those pit crew guys did a hell of a job. Caution is out. 7 laps to go. Gonna have to go back and see what happened here. Oh goodness, I hate when it does this. Oh, big wreck. Lot of cars involved. 08 of David Smith Jr. and a couple others. We're gonna jump right back up here though with your leaders to see what takes place, to see if they come down pit road or not. Not going to be a lot of time to do anything here tonight. 6 laps to go. Going to have maybe a 1-lap shootout here tonight. My goodness. That 80 of Brian Littleton right there. Can he steal it? Can he get the win here tonight? We'll have to wait and find out. Or will that 97 push the 96? Then you got to worry about that 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. also not going to victory lane yet this season. So out of your top 5, 3 drivers that haven't been to victory lane. And that's the 80 of Brian Littleton, a 1 offer here for him tonight. The 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. and Rick Reinert in the 19. Not going to victory lane so far this season. Brian Kaufman also right there, waiting to pounce if he can. In 6th position, the 45, Douglas Wasaki in 7th. Back there in 8th, the 99 of Eric Blunt, and 9th, the 12 of Trent Drum, rounding out your top 10. At 115, Tom Landvale, who had a little bit of a skirmish with that 8 of Brian Kaufman, down into the grass, able to save it, get back out there on track, secure himself a top 10 so far this evening. Looks like we're going to have maybe a 2-lap shootout. We'll have to just wait and see how it shakes out. I believe it will be a 2-lap shootout to decide who wins this race here tonight. Who's going to be the most aggressive? Who's going to make those big moves? Who's going to risk it all for the win? Not quite sure, but we'll find out once we get back here at Michigan International Speedway for the Next Gen Racing's High Country Trucking Series. Aldena Industries 85. Ow! We're back once again here on Next Gen Racing Productions for the High Country Trucking Series Aldena Industries 85. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us here tonight as we're down to 4 laps to go. Gonna be 3 here when they get the 1 to go signal. So, gonna have 2 laps of green flag racing to decide who goes to victory lane here tonight. Want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for subscribe. Hit the bell. Get notified anytime we go live here on Next Gen Racing Productions. This is going to be one hell of an exciting finish. 3 to go. 2 when we take the green flag. If we get back to the line without an incident, there will be no caution on the white flag. We will race it out. So this has got the potential to be an absolutely amazing finish. That 80 of Brian Littleton started all the way back, I believe, 18th position. Now up there in second, one-off race for him. He would love to get it to victory lane. That would definitely shake up some of the points, as one of our regulars not getting the points towards the chase or getting a race win to secure themselves a spot. But your top 5 here, Alan Westman, followed by the 80 of Brian Littleton, 3rd place, the 97 of Andrew Nypower, and in 4th position, Brian Mescal Jr. in the 33. Rounding out your top 5, the 19 of Rick Reiner. Pace car gonna make that left-hand turn. There you see, going down there, it is in the 96 hands. He fires off. The 80 gets a pretty decent start with him. Oh, trouble in the back, down through the grass, no caution. We stayed green here, 2 laps to go. Looks like Andrew Nypower gets the run, takes second away from Brian Littleton, followed by the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. Those two look like they're going to be working together just a little bit. Don't know if I'd want that big of a gap if I was that 96 of Alan Westman, because a big move is probably going to be coming from that 97 of Andrew Nypower. Andrew, one of those drivers already going to victory lane this year, so he can pretty much have a checkers or wreckers mentality if he wants. To the line, white flag is out. 96 of Alan Westman one more time around the track. 0.3 of a second entering turn 1. It doesn't look like they're going to get there. Looks like Alan Westman staying out. Gonna secure the victory here, working down the back stretch, trying to break the draft. They're closing slowly. I'm not sure they're going to have the momentum to get there. Brian Mescal Jr. looking to the inside of Brian Littleton now. Checkered flag waving. Your race winner. Oh, so close, Alan Westman. Little bit of contact after the fact between the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. and the 80 of Brian Littleton. Alan Westman celebrating, kicking it sideways. Hats off to Alan for winning that thing. Hell of a job by him. He's going to come around, probably do some victory donuts and things of that nature. See who else we can't get a hold of out here. Not sure we're going to be able to talk to our race winner here tonight. So we're going to pull up. That 45 of Douglas Wasaki if we can. Douglas, you got us?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, bud? Solid finish here for you tonight. Top 5 finish. Got to be happy about that.
Yeah, man. This is a lot of fun tonight, man. A lot of grip. I enjoy it. My home track.
Heck yeah. Well, did you think at the beginning of tonight's race that you were going to have something for the end of it to get up there in the top 5 and have a good finish like you did?
Yeah, I figured I had a top 10 truck. I got lucky with a few cautions, kept me up there, and yeah, I mean, I'll take that top 5 any day of the week, man.
All right, well, congratulations on that top 5. You want to give a shout out to anybody or anything before we let you go?
Yeah, I'd like thank all my teammates, man. Falcon Motorsports, all their help. It's greatly appreciated, and thanks for the great broadcast, man.
10-4, man. I'm not that great, but I appreciate your praise, and good luck next week, and hopefully we get to pull you back up here.
I hope so, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
There you have it. That was Douglas Wasaki, the 45. Top 5 finish for him tonight. Got to be happy about that. We're going to pull up, or at least try to get a hold of that 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. Brian, you still down there? You got us?
Yes, sir.
Man, oh man. 2 or 3 more laps, huh?
Yeah, it was a up and down battle all night. We survived, but should have came home a little better than we did after the night we had. Damn.
I feel your pain, but yeah, at the same time, top 5 finish coming home in 4th position, a little bit better than some of the finishes lately. So maybe breaking that bad luck, that bad juju. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's been a little bit since I've been back on the old racing, and they better not let me in the chase.
All right, well that's the spirit I like to hear from a hard competitive racer, defending series champion. Brian, you want to give any shout outs, thank yous, anything like that before we let you go tonight?
Shout out to Jags. I hope she was able to watch that. We wasn't able to perform as I thought we would, but hey, we were back and forth many times in the outside of the top 10 and brought it back in there. So should have been a show.
All right, man. Well, we will catch you next week. Hopefully we get to pull you back up in here in the booth, but maybe as a race winner next week. Now, gonna try to get a hold of that one-off, one-and-done driver, that 80 of Brian Littleton. Brian, you still down there?
Yes, sir.
Well, damn. 2 or 3 more laps, I think maybe that would have been a little bit more exciting of a finish, but top 3, one-off starting from the back. Hell, can't complain, can you?
No, it's a good finish for me. Really would have liked to have seen that go green. When I'd ran the I think it was the 96 down. I think we could have made that tail end of that race pretty interesting.
Yeah, things definitely were tightening up down towards the end. I hate to see that caution too. Gonna be a one hell of a finish, but you guys still put on one hell of a race there. Any ideas, possibilities of you coming back for another one offer?
Well, at this point, it's just hit and miss, just when the schedule permits. So it's just going to depend on that. We'll never know.
All right. Well, before we let you go, any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, anything like that?
I thank 946 Designs for the paint scheme on this truck. Man, those boys do an excellent job. Anybody looking for a paint scheme, those guys are the ones to contact. I thank Next Gen for putting this on. It was a lot of fun. Thanks to you for what you're doing up in the booth. Looking forward to listening to the broadcast probably tomorrow while I'm at work. Thanks to the kid and the wife for letting me do this, putting up with me while I'm on here. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate the praise. I got a long way to go to compete with some of these other guys, but I always do appreciate that, and look forward to seeing you later out on the track sometime.
Yeah, you bet, man.
All right, there you have it. That was your 3rd place finisher, Brian Littleton, the one-off driver here tonight. Not able to get a hold of your top 2 finishers, Alan Westman or Andrew Nypower, so maybe going to have to get with their crew chiefs, see if we can't work out the communication barrier. Get that fixed for next week. All in all, hell of a race here tonight from Michigan International Speedway for Next Gen Racing's High Country Trucking Series Season number 3. We'll do it again next week. Not quite sure exactly where we're at. Haven't looked at the schedule. Slack ass on my part there, but you know how it is sometimes. They put out these pro trucks, man. I've been busy driving the shit out of them. But we'll bring you some of that content later on this week at Next Gen Racing Productions. All that being said, hope everybody enjoyed tonight's broadcast. If there's anything you want to see introduced, anything else I can do to make it a little bit better, funner for you guys out there watching, just leave me a little message in the comments down there. We'll try to do what we can. And as always, thank you once again for joining us here tonight for tonight's race. All that being said, we're gonna cut to a little ending that I always do. Thank you once again. See you next week.
Tell them boys power, drink till you throw up. If they hang, you gon' tell them get they dough up. Party through the night till the sun up. Hustle all day, no breaks till you come
You
up.
better slow. You better slow. You got green, purple, brown, white, gone almost every night. That one at the crib when you get home, she gon' get you right. You don't play games and they know what's up. If it ever go bad, you gon' pop your trunk. Hey, extend up with that Keisha, them boys better dub when they see you. You got plenty guns, you eager. You gon' fire off with that Nina. It's get dough and modo. It's smoke drove and motro. You feel like that's real life? That's real life? Oh no, get all the girls that you want. That ain't gon' make you a man. Waste all the time that you want. You wasting your time. You ain't gon' get it again. Lie to yourself and keep thinking you winning. You know in your heart that this ain't really living. I am your brother. I want so much more for you. You can be more if you listen and slow down.
Boys power, drink till you throw up. If they hang, you gon' tell them get they dough up. Party through the night till the sun up. Hustle all day, no breaks till you come
You
up.
better slow. You better slow. Might as well get right to the point, right? Look, you ain't really about that life. You ain't never been in no trap. You ain't never bust no strap. Bag no loud. You ain't never sold no crack. See, the only thing you poppin' is a pill. Homie, chill. Teardrop on your cheek, but we know that ain't real. Who you kill? Talk so hard, my dude, but we know it ain't true. I know that's fake. You claim you what? Hold up. Who initiated you? It's cool, I wait. See, I know real killers, real gang bangers, real drug dealers, and they ride around with that work and tell me they don't go to church cause they thugs feel me and they packing pistols in the back of vans. Season shooters, holders, Atarans, like to block up like Afghanistan, choppers like a Taliban. Homie, understand when you playing with the flame that you bound to get hurt. Trying to be a bad boy, but mess around and get smoked, but we know that you ain't down to get murked. Better slow down.
Power, drink till you throw up. If they hang, you gon' tell them get they dough up. Party through the night till the sun up. Hustle all day, no breaks till you come
You
up.
better slow. You better slow.
Tell them boys slow down, slow down, slow down. Tell them boys slow down. Bang, hold up. Tell them boys to poke up. I love the feeling till you kneeling on the floor to throw up. Man, hold up. See, I done came down. We either losing or we doing time. Either way we losing time. We tell them boys to slow down. They like what fuck? Cause it's about to go down. Oh, you ain't over. All of it, yeah, all of it. Ruins life, but y'all all love it. I ain't innocent though, cause we all does it. But I'm close enough to see it's all of it. Chasing after the wind. You never will win. It feels good again and again, but leaves you empty again in the end. Chasing after the wind. You never will win. It feels good again and again, but leaves you empty again in the end.
Tell them boys power.
Move, baby, we're in the darkness. Ooh, baby, why I'm so heartless? Dearly departed. Ooh, baby, proceed with caution. Move, baby, we're in the darkness. Ooh, baby, knives in my back, I can make a map. I woke up and I prayed for you, man. And I prayed for your fam. If a man gets bit holding a snake in his hand, who do you blame, the snake or the man? Pulling all these skeletons out of my closet. I fucked around and ended up fighting a monster. I fucked around and found out that my house was haunted. I can't believe it's a confidential informant. I prayed up for the ones trying to down me. I gave a life raft to those trying to drown me. Went to the circus with the ones trying to clown me. I didn't see all of these vultures flying around me. I talked to Mono in a dream, he said, fuck it, we been through worse. This ain't nothing, made it out the streets, big bruh, ain't that something? You can always go home where they still gonna love you. Still gonna love you. Mono in a dream, he said, fuck it, we been through worse. This ain't nothing, made it out the streets, big bruh, ain't that something? Ain't that something?